So, what's good, YouTube? What's going on? I hope you can hear me well and sound and whatnot. Today, I want to talk about top 5 divers under $1,000. And I saw Federico Doc's Watches video, and I haven't really clicked, but I saw the title. I'm subscribed to him. I think he's a cool guy. And hey, we have a one guy watching. Can you please tell? Can you hear me well? Can you see me well so I can continue? Anyways, I was inspired to do my own list, and to be honest, haven't really haven't done really lots of videos. So come on, guys, show me. Can you hear me? Can you see me well? Everything's good, right? So I'm gonna tell you what's on my wrist. And this is a little bit of a revelation now. Oh, thanks, man. Vlatko Stojanov. Jesse Brat. Sure. Thanks, guys. So, yeah. I saw Federico Talks Watches. He put up a top 5 watches under $1,000, top 5 divers. So I haven't saw his options, so I don't know really what he saw. I haven't saw his video, guilty. But I thought, let's talk about it. I have some time to catch up, so I think $1,000 is a lot of money, and you cannot really buy a good watch for $1,000. Here's what I mean by that. For $200, you can buy a good watch. And when you already saving up your money for your watches, and I'm telling you this because I'm not a rich guy, I don't have a lot of money. So when I buy a watch, I want a watch when I buy it to make sense. That gives a lot of value for money for me. That when time comes, I can sell it. I can sell it in an instant, so I can fund them. When you don't have enough money, you need to sell one to buy another one, and when you want to sell, you want to sell it quickly. So that's why you don't buy. I don't recommend Frederic Constant and stuff like that. First diver to knock these things off, to get it off the list, so nobody asks me about it. Oh, it's a Seiko SKS, and for $200, I think this is your best bet. And my philosophy is, buy yourself a watch like this and save money for something nicer, for maybe Tudor, for Omega Seamaster or whatnot. But if you want to have a collection, if you cannot cross that line of having just one cool big badass watch, you want to have a collection. I've been there, I've done it, so I know you want to have a collection when you're just starting off. Hey, cheers Alex from Australia. Yeah, this is gonna it's big in Australia. Yeah. Well, I'd like to think so. Just kidding, guys. So yeah, what I want to recommend to everyone is to buy yourself a watch for $200, and that's why on my list here I will have a bit more of a lower end of that $1,000 watches. And that's because I want you to buy yourself a watch like this and save money for Omega Seamaster, Breitling Super Ocean, some kind of a Sin Diver, I don't know, Tudor, Pelagos, Black Bay, whatnot. Well, I think that's more healthier approach. But you want to go there, so you get yourself, there's a SKS 007, 009, it doesn't matter. Another Seiko, another cool Seiko to have on your list. And from what I saw, they are shooting up in value is the Seiko Monsters. Seiko Monsters first generation, they are very selling at double the prices they normally sell on eBay lately. And my favorite one is the Orange Monster. They make Seiko Monsters nowadays, but they have all sorts of colors on them, Dracula and whatnot. But I don't know, there's something about the first generation Seiko Monster whether it's black or orange. Orange is a badass. There's something about it that's super cool, and lots of guys who are actually diving are swearing by it, and it's really a watch that whenever you go, I have a mate and he went on holiday and he has several Rolexes and whatnot, and he has a black monster, and whenever he goes on holiday to the seaside somewhere abroad, he puts on Seiko Monster because he doesn't want to worry about his watches, expensive watches, not to get stolen, not to get mugged, and not anything. And when he puts that Seiko Monster on his wrist, he's still that watch says, "Hey, I'm a watch guy. I love watches. I'm a watch enthusiast." Maybe even more than a Rolex, Submariner, or whatnot. But some other Rolex, maybe not. But you know what I'm talking. So Seiko Monster is a super badass watch, and that's number two. Also, you can chime in the comments down there. What do you think? What's another watch that's good under $1,000? Well, another cool watch that I don't really like, and that's the reason I haven't really bought it, is the watch that looks like Rolex Submariner, but it's really not, and has amazing quality. Their reviews are for that watch are really amazing. My mate Dricos really introduced it to me, and he loves it, and lots of people love it. I'm talking about Steinhardt, and Steinhardt. If I would ever wear a Steinhardt, I would get the GMT one because I cannot get the Rolex GMT, but not the Pepsi. I love Coke. I love Coke. I would get Steinhardt, Squale, Halios, Phoebus. I know about Squale, Halios, I don't know, and Phoebus I saw around, but they're pretty much in the Steinhardt category, so you can either pick Steinhardt, Squale, and whatnot, but really I would get a Steinhardt GMT Coke. That's because I cannot afford the real thing, and I like the way it looks. And also the Steinhardt OVM first generation that says 200 meters on the dial, and that vintage military look with the yellow indices and everything else. I would wear that one. And pretty much I'm not interested in any other Steinhardts, just because they looking too much like Rolex, and I just don't wanna experience something like that, because then it would make me want the real thing even more. And yeah, that's it. So basically we have two Seikos and Steinhardt, either Squale, Phoebus, I don't know nothing about that Phoebus, and what you said, Halios or not. So yeah, that's that kind of category of homage watches, even though I love watches that are really have something more. And of course there's a Vostok Amphibia. They make some pretty much badass amphibias in a way. Hey, cheers Joe from Pennsylvania. Seiko Sumo. Now, it's kind of hard to avoid Seiko. Here on my wrist I have this is a Cartier Ferrari watch, and it has Seiko movement in it, and this is a vintage watch. I will do a separate video. It's from the haul of watches I bought recently, and this is I don't know, but I just found out about that. It's a Cartier made watch for Ferrari, and it has Seiko movement inside. It's a first course chronograph 7838. It's really amazing watch, and I will do a separate review and video about it. I was blown away when I learned about it, and I'm not embarrassed to say I knew nothing about this watch before I got it, and that's why I try to experience and buy so many watches, because you can never really know something unless you own it, and unless you stumble upon it, and unless you find out. So Seiko Sumo is a great watch. I don't know, someone said it's overpriced, but I'm not really sure. I like the blue Sumo. Another watch that's really in that Seiko Sumo category but kind of looks different is the new edition of a Seiko Turtles. And I really like those watches, but I never was a fan of a turtle K-shape. But nevertheless, you may like it, and I think that it's a really good watch for under $1,000, and they are around somewhere, I don't know, 300-400. So feel free to chime in, agree, disagree, whatnot. We can talk about it. Oh, sometimes, in my experience, from your emails and everything else, when someone asks about a best watch under $1,000, you want something at the top. You want something to buy for $1,000 or 900. It doesn't matter, because you have $1,000 saved up and you want something nice, and most of the time you want to buy a Swiss made watch. And I think that I don't know, this is not in order, but in Oris Sequest is the, in my experience with Oris Sequest gives a lot of watch for the money, and I would definitely get Oris Sequest in the top dollar range of this one, because my experience with Oris is the quality, the bracelet, and the blue version of the necklace, or the black one, are my favorites, especially on the bracelet. I just love that watch. It just looks great, and it has that. They have a design. They have a character. The watch has character. For food, I like to say it has character. I like food that has character. That's a bit spicy, or I don't like bland food. That's the same with the watch. And when you see Oris Sequest from 10 meters or 10 yards, whatever, you know what watch is it. It's the same thing with the Seiko Monster. You know it's a monster, you know it's an Aquis. Oris Sequest is a great watch. There's another watch that's a little bit below Aquis in terms of quality, but it looks great, and that's a Longines Hydro Conquest. Longines Hydro Conquest is a great diver. It's a beautiful watch. I was after one, but it was used one. I didn't want to overpay for it because I was saving up for something bigger. And eventually I got a Tudor Pelagos. And if I have gotten that Longines, I would not have the funds for a Tudor. So I'm a happy camper right now. And a Longines, I'm saying it's a bit step down in terms of quality from the Oris Sequest, because the bracelet and overall quality and the bezel of the watch isn't as the fit and finish and the feel and the weight and everything. I just feel that Oris Sequest is a bit better, but Hydro Conquest, you can get those bit cheap and cold. So I don't know what happened, it stopped. Anyways, I feel that the Longines is a bit of a lesser quality, but it looks good. I like the Hydro Conquest, and just because of the looks, I would wear it. And you can come to terms with the quality. I feel that even Steinhardt might be better quality than Longines Hydro Conquest, but I would pick Hydro Conquest because just because it looks unique and looks better, looks great, and I don't know. I just like the design. Same with the cars. I'm a fan of I'm a sucker for a good design, for the lines, and you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, just wanna check out. Can you hear me now better? Can you? Because I did a live show once last week, I believe so, and it was poor quality. So sorry guys, but I have to ask. So please just tell me, can you hear me? Can you see me? and whatnot. And also, I want to know, do any of you own any of these watches, or you have owned, and what do you feel about the terms? And I think that even though these watches are, they can be bought brand new with some sort of discounts or whatnot. Thanks, master. I'm a, I'm a master. I'm a Forster. Sorry, guys. I know you. I know you for a long time subscriber. So, cheers, man. Uh, okay, that was a phone call. Uh, Thanks, guys. So yeah, so we mentioned SKS, Monster, Sumo Turtle, Steinhardt, Sumo, Squale, and whatnot. Also Aquas and Longines Hydro Conquest. So if you have any more ideas, feel free, because sometime maybe tomorrow some guy who has $1,000 saved up for a watch will turn on this video, and it might help him. So if even helps one guy, I've called this video a success. So, and not even now, not today, and I recommend you watch also the Federico's video, because he talks about that one. So here his suggestions. Another watch that I feel that doesn't get enough credits and mentions is Certina. Certina can be had, I don't know, for they are brand new in retails. They are kind of expensive, but all of these watches I mentioned, I would try to get used, except maybe for the Aquas. I would try to get them used on eBay. There are some watches in amazing condition, just big. There are guys like, there are guys who are trying to find the correct word in English, but I cannot remember. Like Jeff McMahon, he buys a watch, opens a box, he doesn't like it, and he sells it on eBay. And it's a used watch technically, but there are some great watches. I like Christopher Ward. That's like Steinhardt, Squale, and that category of brands, even though they have their own unique design. And what I like about them is that when you look at the watch on someone's wrist, and if you know about a little bit about watches, you can tell it's a Christopher Ward. You cannot mistake it for Rolex, and I really like that. Except maybe I have issue with the new logo when they move it to 9 o'clock, I think, but I think it takes some getting used to it. So but definitely I like the logo here. Sorry, I had on a phone call. I'm doing this on my phone. So I have a crappy web camera, so I think the phone is great for this live shows. And yeah, the Certina Action Divers, I was talking about those watches. So they are somewhere, I believe, in the mid-range, and 5, 6, 7, I don't know, $100. And they are very good quality. In my opinion, they are a bit one notch over Tissot. And Tissot, I don't know, does Tissot has any new dive watches, because the old dive watches are kind of ugly, and Tissot is more of a dressy watch, chronographs and whatnot. But Certina makes a really good quality watch. And most of these watches are ETA movements and whatnot. And I have a mate who's trying to call me, he's keep calling me, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. And yeah, if you have any suggestions here, I think these are all solid choices. And if you're lucky, maybe you can snatch Longines Legend Diver on the used market, and it looks great. Or maybe some kind of a Sin, even though they're a bit more, and Sin is also a great watch. But my suggestion again is get yourself a Seiko Monster, Seiko SKS. How could I forget Orient Ray II? Orient Ray II, Orient Mako 2. There are some awesome watches. Also, get yourself one of those watches and put a little bit of cash every month in your piggy bank. I have a little piggy bank, and every change I put there, and when it fills up, I'm gonna buy another one, and you don't even feel it. And when time comes, you wanna buy a watch, I think you're gonna do better with used Breitling Super Ocean, Omega Seamaster Bond, or Tudor some sort of. But those are the watches to have, and you get yourself a Seiko Orange Monster or any of these on the used market, and save up for something more serious, and it will make you more happy. Because I know when I buy a watch, and it doesn't matter in what price range, when you get a watch and it makes you stop wearing all your other watches. When I got this one, I wore this for 3 weeks non-stop, and all other watches stopped working. And that's how you know you like your watch, and that's a good watch. And it doesn't matter the price range. So yeah, my advice would be to get something lesser, and like this Orient Ray II Seiko Monster, and save up for something you're really gonna love and enjoy, and maybe one day pass down to someone. So thank you guys for watching. Feel free to chime in the comment section what are your suggestions and options. If we help at least one guy, then this video is a success. And now I gotta go, so cheers guys.